What's going on, everybody? In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys some of the footage from the Viofo A329S dash cam that I recently did an install video for. If you haven't seen that video, I'll post a link in the description below, and I'll put one in the top corner of the screen right now, so you can check that out if you want. I also did a setup video for the dash cam settings and went through the whole menu system, so if you want to have a look at that, that'll also be in the description. My plan is to do the same route during the day and night, and the camera is going to be at maximum bitrate and maximum resolution, because obviously you want the best footage. So kind of just comparing HDR to no HDR and then daytime to nighttime. Keep in mind I'm running a 3-channel system, and with the 3-channel system I can only do 4K 30 on the front camera. If you have a 2-channel system, then you can run 4K 60 on the front camera. In that scenario, you're only allowed to run 4K 60, I believe, if HDR is off. So with that said, if you're running that system, you might want to have 4K 60 during the day and then switch to 4K HDR 30 frames per second for the evening, for nighttime. Because I can't run 4K 60 on a 3-channel setup, I believe that having HDR on all the time is probably best, but we'll find out in this video. Pausing right away and zooming in 4 times, you can see that none of the cameras are showing clear license plates from this distance. Continuing on, you can really tell that the image on the far right with the polarizer filter is reducing the glare from the dash quite significantly. This is especially helpful midday when the sun's at its highest point. It's also pretty obvious that the HDR is adding some darkness and contrast to the image, and the polarizing filter even more so. As I pull onto the highway, I'll just freeze a couple frames here as the vehicles pass me by, and you'll notice that you can get license plates when the cars are very close to you, but when they pull away at a distance and you need to zoom in, nothing will be clear with any of these settings. But the polarizer filter is again noticeably reducing the glare from the dash. Next up here, I'm just going to show you guys a split screen of the interior cameras. I don't have a polarizer filter on any of these, but you can get one for the rear camera if you wish. As you notice, I do have some glare coming off of the hatch, which could be reduced if you were to use a polarizer. Looking at the image quality from left to right, you'll notice they're both quite similar, although the right side, again, a little bit more contrasty, maybe a little bit better saturation, more natural skin tones and sky color, or perhaps a little bit more flat and less highlights with less glare. Although again, both completely acceptable, and it's not like one's going to be providing you with much clearer images, for example. Again, my preference after reviewing these videos is having the HDR off during the day. I just feel like it opens the shadows a little bit more, which may be a little bit less contrasty, but I think that it allows you to have a little bit more detail where the HDR is kind of perhaps a little bit too dark. All right, and moving on to the nighttime video examples here. You might notice that as we pass by lights, there's a little bit less glare in the images where I left the polarizer filter on, but barely noticeable, I would say. Freezing for a second just to compare the street signs above, you'll notice that both the images with the HDR turned on are more muted and flat, whereas with the HDR off, it's a little bit brighter and perhaps crisp. However, as we move forward here, I'll stop again and you can take a look at the speed limit sign, and you'll notice that the image without the HDR has a harsh reflection and you can't even see the numbers at certain points. You'll notice the same thing on most of the street signs that we pass under. So the HDR is definitely reducing the glare from the reflective material on the street signs, and you'll notice that it does the same thing to license plates as well. Slowing down the footage here quite a bit so that you can see a little bit more frame by frame. I do think it's good to have HDR on at nighttime, just to be able to reduce that glare off of license plates if you need to. Taking a look at the oncoming traffic, you'll notice that the non-HDR image does have brighter headlights, whereas the HDR images are reducing that slightly. I also did one lap at 4K 30 without HDR and without a polarizer. I didn't bother showing it to you guys because it's quite similar to 4K 30 with the polarizer, as you can see in this freeze frame comparison shot I did here with the street sign. Having a look here at the interior and rear cameras, you'll notice that the HDR image is just much darker. On the rear camera, the HDR does a really good job of reducing the highlights of the headlights, and I think it makes sense to leave it on for sure. But in the interior of the vehicle, I kind of prefer the HDR being off. I feel like it opens the shadows quite a bit more and shows just a little bit more detail within them. But again, all of these images are producing similarly acceptable quality. Just in case you're curious what the sound quality is coming from the camera, have a listen to this. Okay, we are now doing no HDR, but we still have the polarizing filter on. And lastly, I just want to show you guys the 1 frame per second time-lapse recording that I've set my parking mode to. Freezing one of the frames here, you can see that it is possible to grab license plates, again, if they're close enough. If they're too far away, it's going to be unlikely. 2 frames per second would be even better, but 1 frame per second will maintain your battery health for the longest period, obviously. After doing these comparisons, I've set my own cameras during the day, 4K 30 in the front with a polarizer, no HDR on any of them. And at nighttime, I've turned HDR on for the front and rear camera, but not the interior. And then that shuts off again in the morning. I just feel like those settings produce the best and cleanest images, and that's what I'm running with. But let me know what you think below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.